devs, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Derick. I'm a front-end developer based out of Los Angeles, and in today's video I'm continuing my series that I've dubbed Method Mondays, where I go over every array method there is in JavaScript. And next up on the list for today, we're going to be taking a look at copyWithin. So let's just hop into our editor and get right into it. Okay, so copyWithin, right out the gate, it does modify the original array directly, so it does not return a new one. We do have some control with it, so you choose where to copy to and what range to copy from. So something to keep in mind. To get a better idea of that, here is the syntax. You just take your array, hit it with the copyWithin array method, and it has three parameters. The first being the target. So that's where you want to copy stuff to, where it starts in the array, and then where it ends. And another thing to note is that the end is optional. And you can use negative numbers to count from the end of the array if you so choose. So in our first example, let's copy numbers to the beginning of the array. So we've got an array of numbers here just called nums with numbers 1 to 5. We'll take nums, we'll hit it with our copyWithin array method. And since I want to copy stuff to the beginning, again, that's our target. So the beginning will be 0, so it's the very beginning of the array. And I want to copy 4 and 5 to the beginning to take place of 1 here. And 4 starts at an index of 3 in the array, so we'll just say 3, and everything after that. So now let's log nums to the console and see what we get. And we have our array here, and you can see it worked. It took whatever is at index 3 and everything after it, so it's just 4 and 5, and placed 4 and 5 at the beginning. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So next, let's copy the middle section of string characters. So we have const cars here, which is an array of strings, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's take cars and hit it with our array method, copyWithin. And let's say I want to copy D and E to the index of 1. So our target will be 1, and I want it to start at D and end at E. So again, referring to our syntax up here, that's the start and the end. D would be index 3 and E is index 4, but I want it to include that, so let's set the end to F. So we'll essentially just grab these two guys and end here. So I'll set our end to index 5. Now let's log cars to the console. And here's our array of strings. We've got A, D, E, D, E, then F, G, instead of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we set our start and our end range from these two items in the array, D and E, and then move them to slot 1 in the index of the array. So that'll give us A, D, E, D, E, F, G. Hopefully that makes sense. This just shows that we have finite control of how we copy things within our array by setting the target and the start and end. So for our next example, let's use negative indices, or indexes as it's often referred to in mathematics. Let's drop in an array here. We'll just call it const values. We'll take values, hit it with our copyWithin array method. And what I want to do here is copy 10 and 20 to the second to last position in the array. So again, we use negative numbers to start from the end of an array. So let's make our target -2. The start will start at index 0 and the end at index 2. So let's log values to the console and see if this worked. And nice, here's our array. So we initially started with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now we're getting 10, 20, 30, 10, and 20. So we copied 10 and 20 to the second to last position of our array using the negative indices or negative indexes. Might seem a little confusing at first, but hopefully this makes sense. Again, we're just taking advantage of the target and the start and the end, and we're just getting really specific. So devs, that's about it for copyWithin. I will link the code down in the description. Hopefully this helps. If it did, definitely like this video. I will catch you in the next one. And as always, if you want to support the channel, all you have to do is